Let's talk about this new anime series, The Elusive Samurai, produced by Cloverworks, that just started in July 2024.
It's a beautifully animated show. The visuals are so pretty.
I think that's one of the show's strengths. At the time of this recording, I think there's around 6 episodes out, and I'm already hooked. It's got an interesting twist. So it's about this young boy, Hojo Tokiyuki, whose family is murdered by the villainous samurai, Ashikaga Takoji, who betrayed them. The hero goes on the run, but has to use his skills of hiding and fleeing to survive rather than all-out fighting.
The show is brutal, but I wouldn't say gory. I was shocked by some of the edits on the first episode where we go from one shot setting up a violent act, and then it cuts to a shot of someone's head dropping on the ground.
That's definitely the power of editing, where showing us less creates a more dramatic feeling, as we mentally fill in the gaps of what happened. I noticed that too about the show. The cinematography and editing is very carefully crafted, plus there are a lot of opportunities where the show embraces this hyper-stylized approach that goes beyond the normal visual reality of the show.
You mean like how they use animation in the show?
Well, yeah, especially in the first few episodes, the visuals still break away from the established line style and color design that we've seen in subsequent scenes. And then we go into these sequences that seem specifically designed to convey a feeling or a story point by having a completely different visual style. It actually makes me think of how Across the Spider-Verse did this in scenes with Gwen Stacy and her dad, where the texture background changed according to the mood.
I see. That's what I meant earlier when I said the show is so pretty.
Cloverworks is doing a great job. Like in episodes 4 and 5, I think that's where they have the dog shooting competition. And this isn't anything violent, but the competitors are riding on horses and firing these arrows that will stick to running dogs. The main hero, Tokiyuki, is encouraged by his guide, Yorishige, to enter the competition and face off against this skilled marksman, Sadamune. I was caught up in how they staged the sequence because we feel like we're always moving in the scene as they ride around on their horses.
The horses must be CG animated, right? I mean, that's a lot of frames to draw if they're hand-drawn.
I'm guessing they're CG horses and then rendered with a 2D toon shading or exterior. That would save time in the animation workflow so the animator can focus on the acting of the human characters.
That was really clever how Tokiyuki fooled the other guy and shot his arrow at him. I wasn't expecting him to shift the way he sat on the horse to get the angle in his blind spot.
I think that's a key character moment for Tokiyuki. I haven't read the original historical manga that the show is based on, but I get the feeling that we're watching a coming-of-age kind of story, or one where at least the hero is maturing and learning how to evolve to get his revenge.
The other two characters surprised me too. I wasn't expecting so much of the show to be made up of these other cute characters that help the hero, and they're also amazing fighters.
You're right. I think having these super skilled assassin kids along with Tokiyuki creates this tone for the series, where we get the fragility and innocence of youth juxtaposed against a violent background. For some reason, it made me think of books like Lord of the Flies or movies like Battle Royale, although those are totally different stories from this anime.
Oh my god, I love Battle Royale. I was obsessed with it.
I know, I remember you couldn't stop watching it.
These kids from Elusive Samurai would dominate Battle Royale, but I guess only one could win. Who do you think would win it?
Maybe the main hero, Tokiyuki. He would get by with hiding and fleeing until he needed to take everyone out. But we haven't seen the rest of the show yet, so maybe I'll reserve judgment until then.
A very balanced answer. That's just like you.
What? I'm just being fair, that's all.
Okay, mister, I'll just be vague so I don't have to respond to this question.